Hello guys, in this video tutorial I will show you how to make intake duct for our water jet pump. We will be using Part Design Workbench. Let's import our assembly which we will created in previous video tutorial. You can find it in our channel. So let's create plan with 2D sketches of our intake duct. It will be sections, different sections, and we will be using these sections for loft operation, for creation the model of intake duct flow path. Yes. Okay, let's import the external surface, and using the plan we will create the sketcher with section of intake duct. Yes, it will be pipe section with diameters, internal diameters 150 millimeters, it impeller diameter, and 155 millimeters. 5 millimeters will be thickness of our pipe section. Yeah. Okay, let's create another plan and let's create the sketch on this plan with internal and external section of pipe. Let's set the constraint 150 millimeters internal and 155 millimeters external diameter. Okay, how can you see we will create two sections. It is chamber for our impeller, and another way we have to create the path of our intake duct. It will be 2D sketch. Okay, let's set the vertical constraint and set the random value, some create field, and it will be the path for loft operation of our intake duct. Let's set some random value for it will be looking good. Okay, so let's create another section of our intake duct. For this point, yeah, add plan. On this plan we will create another section of pipe. It will be also internal and external part of pipe. So, and the last section we have to create on inlet, and will be horizontal plane on XZ plane. Let's set the plane position. Okay, on this plan we will create the sketch. Okay, let's using the box and set the constraint dimensions. For thickness of intake duct on inlet position. We will be using some dimension. I think it will be 10 millimeters, and let's set field and set horizontal and vertical dimensions for this. But now we have to set horizontal 10 millimeters thickness, and also for another points, yes. Have to click two points for this. Okay, and last position, yes, dimension also 10 millimeters. Okay, let's set the radius of field 80 millimeters, and let's constraint equal for all another field, yes. So now it looks good, but we have to make symmetry constraint for this. Okay, let's make this operation. Okay, and we have to delete this constraint because we have false. Okay, we have false. Okay, it's yeah, now it looks good, and if I will change, it will be symmetry, changing the position. Yeah, so now let's set dimension, general dimension of our intake duct flow path, horizontal and vertical dimensions. Okay, and change the position of this split on plan. Okay, so now we have to make the loft operation with path. Okay, I will make this for inlet, and I will use fixed operation mode and make the multi-sections. Okay, I will add this another sections, and if I use standard operation mode, it will make me the normal, and this looks more good for us. And so how can you see, we have the flow path of intake duct, and let's hide two plans and sketches in mode. And additionally we have to add the hole for shaft and bearing. Yeah, let's do it. For XY plan, I will create the plan for sketch, and I will change the position of this plan in that direction. And let's create the sketch on this plan. It will be the hole on our intake duct. The position this center of circle have to be on X, on Z and rotation the axis. Yeah, the hole will be some bigger than shaft diameter. So let's make this operation, and we will make the hole on the intake duct wall. Let's change the value of diameter of hole and make the pocket operation. It will make the hole 500 millimeters. And how can you see? We have the hole on wall. Let's make it some smaller, because we can make the hole on impeller in this case. Okay, let's create another sketch. And on the sketch we will make the cylinder for shaft. Okay, internal diameter and external diameter set values, and for the sketch let's make extrude operation. It's called pad in Part Design Workbench. Okay, we have some falses. I think it depended with dimensions. Okay, let's try it again. No, let's make some changes. Okay, 400. Yeah, it looks good now. Okay, yeah, we make it, and let's change the length some smaller. No, it doesn't work. I don't know why. Okay, let's try it again. I think it was some bugs. Okay, now it work good. Okay, let's make some bigger the length. $260 millimeters. Yeah. Okay. It cylinder for shaft with hole. Okay. Now it looks good. If I hide another parts, we can see only intake duct. Let's make the filter operation on these edges. Rounding for shaft hole. Okay, let's make the radius 20 millimeters. Okay, it looks very nice. and let's make the rounding operation on internal part. Okay, for these edges. Okay, so let's make refine it, delete some edges on part and make only solid, one solid. Okay, let's make another sketch. It will be chamber for our bearing of shaft. Okay, let's make the plan, make the sketcher on this plan and add circle. Initial position of coordinate system is changed. Okay, we can set the center of circle on the axis rotation. So we have to make constraint for this point and axis line, yes, and set the vertical length at 300 millimeters. Okay, and make the radius of this chamber 80 millimeters and internal radius 37 millimeters. Yeah. Okay, now we have to make the extrude operation for this sketch. At pad operation is called. Okay, and on this sketch we have to make another wall. Okay, let's make constraints. Okay, and vertical dimension, and we have to set the diameter for external part and for internal circle. It will be chamber for our bearing and shaft. Let's set this number and make also extrude operation. In this chamber we can set the bearing and seal. Okay, looks nice. It doesn't have any faults, and let's make the platform for connect our water jet pump with boat. Okay, I want to show only sketch of intake duct, inlet intake duct. Yes. No. Okay. We'll copy this. Okay, and to paste it this sketch to part design model. Okay, we have another sketch, this, yeah, and we can change the value. It will be for our platform values. Okay, let's set 80 millimeters, and for vertical we doesn't have the horizontal constraint. Let's create it. Let's make the constraint, yep, between this and this. No, in this point and line we cannot make it. Okay. Oh, how you can see this pulses, because I have a line and point. I cannot do to choose the points. Yes, now I can. Let's set the horizontal dimension and fixed position of internal sketch box. Okay, so now it will not be changed, and we can change only external part. Yeah, let's change this and this, and let's open our intake duct, and how you can see, this is sketch of our platform. Let's make extrude operation for platform. We can make the extrusion for one or for another side. What's this? Let's try. So let's change the thickness of platform. And make a refine operation. We have some false for this, and we cannot to create the sketch. Why is this false? Okay, let's try to change the direction of our extrude and make so. Oh, now it doesn't have the false, and it works good. So let's create the holes on the platform. It will be 4 holes with diameter. Let's make it 20 millimeters for this case. Okay. And set the position of these holes on platform. Let's create another hole. Okay, let's set this diameter equals. Okay, and let's set this center of circle hole on this line. Yeah, and like make the length between centers of our holes, and let's set this number. Okay, it looks good. This is our dimension constraints, and let's make the mirror operation for our holes, because we have a symmetry for our axis of rotation. In sketch model we have to find it. It called symmetry operation. Okay, let's choose our holes, and last part have to be the line of symmetry. Okay, now we have all holes of on our platform. Let's make the pocket operation for this. Okay, and we have complete our holes on platform. Yeah, so now we have to create the chamber for our impeller. It will be another part of intake duct. Okay, at sections it will be loft operation, yes. And how can you see it is yes, if we will make a refine for this, we will see what. Okay, let's refine, and now we have one solid, our intake duct. Okay, let's now we have this, and now we have to make the flange for connection our intake duct with starter vanes. Okay, we have to set the dimensions of our flange for intake duct like starter vanes flange. Let's set for sketcher the center of circle. It is horizontal dimension. Okay, and we have to set the external diameters of flange. Okay, let's choose it. Okay, $175 looks good, and internal diameter will be like impeller dimension. Yeah, $150mm. Okay. So let's set 150mm. Yes, it's true. Okay, and we have the sketches of our flange, and we have to make the extrude operation for this. Let's make it. It is bed, and set the thickness. It will be 10mm thickness of our flange. Okay, and make refine operation. Yeah, we almost is finished, and the last operation we have to create the holes on our flange. Let's create this circle and set diameter radius of our holes. It is 8 or 6mm. I don't remember. Let's just show this, and we have to change the center position, and we have to change the diameter. Yeah, let's change the center. It will be 462 millimeters and 6 millimeters for our radius. Yes. Let's change and make the hole. Some bigger than thickness of flange. Okay, let's check the position of our hole, and how can you see we have false with position, and let's change the diameter position of hole. 465. For now it looks good. We have the true position. Okay. Oh yes, now it nice. And let's make the polar array for this hole. We can make it with this operation, and we have to choose this axis of rotation and set tag for pocket. We have to make 8 value, yeah, and let's check, and it looks very nice. And we have finished the creation of intake duct. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.